For today, I'm going to go through some sample problems. If I had 5 to the 3x equals 16, how do you solve that? So ln both sides, and I get 3x ln of 5 equals the ln of 16. And I'm going to divide them both at the same time. 3 ln 5. And then you just need to make sure that you put those in parentheses. Or you could do ln 16 divide ln 5 divide 3. That would also work. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to bring them both over at the same time to make my equation not look as nasty. Yeah. Right, so that is the exact answer. If it wants the decimal answer, what do? Just put it in your calculator and solve it. Okay. What if I had e to the 3x squared equals 89? ln both sides. And then this drops down, and we get 3x squared. But the ln of e is 1. So I have 3x squared is equal to the ln of 89. Now, is it 89 over 3, or is it the ln of 89 over 3? The ln of 89 over 3. And then square root. So the answer is x equals plus or minus the square root of the ln of 89 over 3. Just leave it. That's the exact answer. If it, on the second set, it asks you to find the decimal approximation, you just plug it in your calculator. Okay. What about this? Let's do 125 to the x equals 5 to the 2x minus 3. I'm going to do this two different ways. We'll do it the normal way, and then I'm going to cheat a little bit to make it easier. What should I do? Take the ln of both sides, and I get x ln of 125 is equal to 2x minus 3 ln of 5. And make sure you put that in parentheses or you'll get it wrong. Right? We're dropping that down as its own multiplication, so it needs to be parenthesized. Now what? You probably want to divide by the ln of 5. So ln of 5 over here, that cancels. ln of 5 over here. Now, this is just a number. So let's figure out what that number is. The ln of 125 divided by the ln of 5 is actually a nice number. It's 3. Okay, so I get 3x is equal to 2x minus 3. Subtract the 2x over, and I get x is equal to negative 3. But do I need to worry about creating negative numbers? No, because the original problem did not have logarithms in it. If the original problem does have logarithms in it, then you need to worry about solutions that don't actually work. I've been doing this a long time. Okay, let me show you a different way to do this that makes it a little bit easier. 125 and 5. 125 is 5 to the third. So I'm going to choose log base 5. Not because 5 goes into 125 and 5, but 5 to the first is 5, and 5 to the third is 125. So if I do x log base 5 of 125 equals 2x minus 3 log base 5 of 5, then this becomes 1, and this becomes 3. So if you notice that one base can create both of the bases, then it might be a good idea to choose that base. Okay, but you don't have to. We solved it just fine without doing that. Okay. What about, well, number 10 is actually really easy. Number 10, you can just drop the 5s, right? Because you have a base to an exponent is equal to the same base to an exponent, so the bases aren't important. Right? If the bases were 10 or 29 or 85 or 61, the answer is going to be the same. So on number 10, you can just drop the bases. Okay, and then 11, you can't drop the base, but you would choose log base 3. Okay, and then 13, you do the ln. 14, you would do log, because 10 to the first is 10, and 10 squared is 100. Okay. But what about number 27? What's the first thing you're going to do on 27? Divide by 4. You can't take the logarithm and drop an exponent until you get the base all by itself. So on 27, you divide by 4 and then ln. 28, what are you going to do? Oh, okay. How about 29? Divide by 3 and then ln, and because you have an x squared, you'll end up with 2 answers. Right? You'll get a plus or minus. Okay, 31, what are you going to do? Nope. 31, U substitution. How do I know U substitution is going to work? The middle exponent is half as big as the first exponent. So e to the 2x plus 7 e to the x minus 3. Okay, U substitution. U is equal to e to the x. Right? So we end up with u squared plus 7u minus 3 equals 0. Does this factor? No. Ooh. So what do we do? The quadratic formula. So negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 49 minus 4 times 3 is 12. So plus 12 over 2. Negative 7 plus or minus the square root of 61 over 2. Okay, so that is equal to, that is u. That's u. But u is actually e to the x. So we take e to the x and we set it equal to negative 7 plus the square root of 61 over 2. And e to the x equals negative 7 minus the square root of 61 over 2. What can you tell me about this one? Why not? What is negative 7 minus the square root of 61? A negative number. Can e to the x equal a negative number? E is positive. So can you take 2.7 and multiply it by itself a whole bunch of times and get a negative number? No. Okay, so that one doesn't work. That one you can throw out. So this one, you just ln both sides, drop the x, and we get x is the ln of negative 7 plus the square root of 61 over 2. And that's the exact answer, and you plug it in your calculator to find the approximation. Okay. Actually, we don't need to do. Let's stop at 30. Yeah, let's stop at 31. So we'll do 1 through 31 odd. Okay. Good luck.